Victoria Swan Lake.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, last week the Premier tweeted that school districts spend 7% of their budgets on administration. That is simply not true. Government's own annual report on operating expenditures shows that BC school districts spend, on average, 3% of their budgets on administration. In the minister's own district, Surrey School Board, it's as low as 2% on administration. So my question is to the Minister of Education. He knows the Premier was wrong. Will he correct her today in this House?
Minister of Education.
Well, thank you, Madam Speaker, and I appreciate the question, Madam Speaker, because it gives me an opportunity again to help the opposition understand the reality of financing in this province. The opposition way of looking at budgeting is just spend more, just keep spending, keep taxing, and Madam Speaker, what is very clear to this side of the House, we have made it clear that we as government are finding efficiencies. We are asking school districts to join us in that. We are working with them. We have seen amazing work done by school districts already to find administrative savings. And Madam Speaker, we're going to continue on that path because that is exactly what taxpayers in the province of British Columbia expect from us, so that every dollar that we can save on administration goes into the classroom for the benefit of the students.
Victoria Swan Lake on a supplemental.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Well, the words low-hanging fruit, I think, were used last week to describe what the budget exercise that's being downloaded onto school boards represents. And this minister ought to know that any low-hanging fruit was picked a long time ago by school boards who've been cut for 10 and more years in British Columbia. Let me quote the school board chair from Surrey, Laurie McNally, who notes that school boards just in the last 2 years have absorbed tens of millions of dollars of downloaded costs for MSP premiums, for hydro rate increases, WorkSafe, pension adjustments, not to mention the full wage cost for settling with 25,000 support staff in this budget year, Madam Speaker. All of these are provincially imposed costs by the BC Liberals. So the chair of the Surrey School Board is not exaggerating when she says, quote, we really have nowhere to cut. The minister promised, Madam Speaker, over and over again to every British Columbian that his government would fully fund the cost of the teacher's contract. Why is he now making his broken promise to parents, to school kids, and to trustees their problem?
Minister of Education.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Again, I appreciate the question. Even the president of the BC Teachers Federation said the agreement is fully funded, Madam Speaker, and it is. Madam Speaker, and again, I think the members could make some notes here, Madam Speaker. Let me give some clear examples of what we're talking about. We know of one school district that saved $17,000 by renegotiating their banking agreement. One school district, Madam Speaker. We have 60 in this province, Madam Speaker. Those are the kind of best practices that we want to see school districts working on. Another one, Madam Speaker, was able to save $300,000 by taking their professional development outside of the school day so that they could keep the money in the classroom, Madam Speaker, and not have to hire TOCs. So, Madam Speaker, $421 million in this budget, the third balanced budget, being invested over the next 3 years into classrooms for more teachers, more specialized teachers to deal with class composition, more learning assistant teachers, Madam Speaker. That is what the future of education is looking for, and that's what the taxpayers expect from us.
Thank you, Minister. Member for Skeena.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Perhaps the most important number that this Education Minister should be concentrating on is the fact that we are 9th out of 10 provinces in education funding in Canada. $1,000 less. $1,000 less than the average of all Canadian provinces. But, Honourable Speaker, let's get to another example. In the Delta School District, that has administration costs of just 2%. That's as lean as one can get while keeping the lights on. No wonder School Board Chair says we are at a bit of a loss where we would go to find these efficiencies. The minister made a promise not to force cuts on districts to fund the contracts that he signed. Why is he breaking this promise?
Minister of Education.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, an additional $1.2 billion invested by this government since 2001 every year in education, Madam Speaker, is not a small investment in the future of education. Additionally, Madam Speaker, in that same period, Madam Speaker, 75,000 less students in this province, and yet this government has clearly said we are investing in the children of this province. We are prepared to continue to do that, and all we are asking school districts to do, as we are prepared to do as government, is find efficiencies on the administrative side, which we know are there, they know are there, Madam Speaker, and that will free dollars for further investment in classrooms, Madam Speaker. That is our commitment, and we are prepared, Madam Speaker, to work with every one of the 60 school districts to find those efficiencies so that we can continue to invest. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Member for Skeena on a supplemental.
Thank you. Well, here's what the President of the BC School Trustees Association has to say. It is clear that the new provincial education budget will mean further cuts in school districts across the province. This is after more than a decade of cuts to our classrooms. The minister said administrative savings would stay in the school system. He said that he would fund the contracts he signed. Again, why is the minister breaking his promise to parents, trustees, and teachers?
Minister of Education.
You know, Madam Speaker, I again find the logic opposite astounding, to say the least. Here's a direct quote from the president of the BCTF, who I understand is in the gallery. Madam Speaker, we are thankful that they are covering the cost of the negotiated collective agreement, Madam Speaker. And why did he say that? Because it means more specialist teachers in the classroom. It means more special education support. It means more learning assistants in the classroom, Madam Speaker. And all we are saying is let us put the investment in the classroom. Let's find those administrative savings that we and the school districts can find together so that we can continue to invest in the future of children's education, Madam Speaker. That is this side of the House's policy. That is our belief that that's why we were elected, Madam Speaker, and we're going to stand by that because we know we're going to be able to deliver.